Hello everybody, hope you all are doing good out there. A while back I posted a video of a vintage bicycle that I had picked up, and I was talking about some of the things I plan to do to it, to clean it up or to fix it up or to upgrade it. Well, I did a lot of upgrades before I even got that video posted on YouTube, and I did a bunch more upgrades pretty quickly afterwards. And so in this video I'm just going to show some of the things I did to that bicycle, just to show how I kind of fixed it up to make it a good riding bicycle and a good using bicycle. So when I got this bicycle, it was a barn find. It was completely coated in hay dust and so on, and it had been sitting around for quite a few years. The biggest thing that they said needed done to it was needed new tires. The reason they said that was because the gum wall was cracked really badly. Now I aired it up and I rode it around slowly, but I rode it around for probably 25 miles on the old tires. But nevertheless, I did get some new tires to put on it, so I did take care of that. But when it comes to the mechanical part, everything was perfectly fine. The rear derailleur just needed cleaned and lubed. I don't remember if I adjusted it any or not. With these old friction style shifters, there's not a whole lot of adjustment you have to do besides your limit screws. The brake cables were seized. I got them broken loose. But mechanically, the thing was in really good condition and in really good shape. It was mainly just clean it real good, lube it, and adjust it up. So the tires that I went with were these Kenda gum wall tires, 27 by 1 1/4 is what I ended up putting on it. It had 27 by 1 1/8. But the rim itself said 1 1/4, and I liked the way these looked. So these are the ones I went with, and it keeps that classic gum wall look, and they seem to be a really good tire. Their max inflation is 90 psi. A lot of the cheaper off-brands only had a max inflation of like 50, which on a road bike tire, you're really supposed to have just a little higher inflation than that if you can help it. So that was the first upgrade, was I put some new tires on it, and I did put some new tubes in it, although my old tubes were fine. The next thing that needed to be done was, if you look in the original video I posted of it, you'll see that it had this gray handlebar tape, and that tape was just, this bike's from probably the early 80s. It's my best guess, something like that. And that tape had just worn out over the years and had dry rotted, and so it needed to be replaced. And besides that, this newer tape they have is a lot more padded and foamier. It just feels a little better on the hand, gives you more cushion. So I needed to replace that. And while I was at it, I was kind of wanting to replace the brake levers and put some of these new aero brakes on it. There's a few benefits to this. One, of course, is these nice rubber hoods. It looks better with the black bar tape because it all blends in together. The other thing is comfort. These hoods are more comfortable. The braking is more improved. It brakes better than the others did. And the other big benefit is the way that the cable is routed. The others have the cable coming out of the top and going in front of the bicycle. In these, the cable runs along the handlebar, and then you put your bar tape over it, so it gives a cleaner look and makes it easier to put anything in front of the bicycle. If you want to put a bag in front or something along those lines. So that's how I did that on this. Here you can kind of see how that brake cable is routed. It comes out right here. What that does is it frees up the whole front so that there are no cables sticking out anywhere on the front of the bicycle, which is a big upgrade. While I was at it, I also went ahead and I debated whether to do this or not, but I ultimately decided to go ahead and put some new brake cables on it. They were only like $4 for the whole thing, and so I went ahead and did that while I was at it, but I didn't have to do it because the old one still worked, but I went ahead and did it while I was at it because it was a cheap upgrade, and since I was doing it, it made sense to go ahead and to do all of that new. But yeah, these brake levers and these the handlebar tape really added to the comfort and the usability of the bicycle both, and the look. I think it looks good. The next biggest upgrade I did is putting this bar extender on here. This is supposed to be a carbon fiber bar. I don't really know what it is. It looks like carbon fiber. It might be real carbon fiber. I don't know. It's lightweight though. And you've got these two clamps, and those clamps just clamp it right onto your handlebars. And the reason I wanted that on there is because I can put my bell on it. I can put my headlight on it. And I can put my phone holder on it. And it keeps it all out of the way of the handlebars. That way you can hold the tops of the handlebars, the drops, the hoods, whatever it is, and you don't have to worry about touching your bell or your headlight being in the way or your phone getting in the way. This puts it all out in front, gets it all out of the way. This is what it looks like as you look down on it. You know, your phone would go right here, and that keeps it forward and out of the way, but makes it still easy to see. Your headlight's up here out of the way, and your bell is right over here where it's easy to get to. So that extender is a big benefit. If you ever wanted to put a roll in the front, you could do that also. But for my normal riding, this is a great upgrade, and it works great. Plus, those things are pretty cheap. And this being an older style bicycle has the friction shifters here on the stem. And they're completely out of the way. Nothing interferes with each other. It works absolutely great. Our next upgrade is, of course, a pretty simple one, but it's putting on this bottle cage right here. This one didn't have a bottle cage, and being an older bicycle, it didn't have any place to mount a bottle cage. So I just did the old hose clamp tricks, and that's got it as sturdy as it can be. Plus, you don't have to worry about any threads stripping out or anything like that, and you can move it around anywhere you need it as long as you got your Leatherman on you. Put it any place you need to if you ever need to move it on the bicycle. Plus, having it like this with clamps, you can put one over here if you want, one here, and you could put one somewhere else if you really needed to. But right now, I really only need one. Again, that's a cheap upgrade, but it really helps the usability of the bicycle. And then the last thing I did was I just got one of these cheap bags to put on here. These things, it's not real expensive. I got 2 of them for like $6. But I keep my flat kit in here. I've got my extra tube, M19 multi-tool that a friend of mine gave me. And I got tire levers in there, and I also got a wrench in here so I can remove my back axle. That's one thing that a lot of people tend to forget about, is they'll take everything for an tire kit, but they forget to take a wrench to get into their back, to get their back tire off, to change the back wheel off, to change the tire. You got to have that little wrench if you're going to change your tire. The only thing I still have to put on here is I've got to put a little air pump on here somewhere. I might get a really short frame one and strap it to the back of the seat tube here, or I'll figure that out in the future. I believe this is all the upgrades I'm going to do. I don't really have any plans for anything much in the future. Someday I might get some more bags to put on it, but those are things I wouldn't carry on it all the time anyway unless I was going some distance. So this is what the bicycle looks like at the present. I like the way it looks. It's got enough old style to it that you can tell it's a vintage bicycle. I like the old steel lugged frame on it. I like the design and the look of it, but yet it's got some modern features on it, you know, with the modern brake levers and brake hoods, and you've got your nice handlebar tape and so on. And so it's a good mix, I think, of vintage and modern, and I like the way it come out looking. Let me know down in the comments, is there anything that you would change or upgrade on this bicycle? Functionally, it's absolutely perfect. It rides great. I've ridden it a lot. But is there any other upgrades that y'all would recommend or you think I ought to do? I like the way it looks pretty good right now. I think it's a good mix of vintage and modern, and usability. It rides perfect. Does exactly what I need it to. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. And this is a knife channel, so keep your knives sharp.